What's up, guys? Welcome back to Clever TV. I'm Joslyn Davis in the studio today with, for the second time, actually.
Yes, I'm back.
Renee Olstead from Secret Life of the American Teenager,
Hi,
among
guys.
other things.
Yes.
So you're back in the studio. I know I chatted with you on set not too long ago when you guys were having a big celebration.
Our 100th episode party.
Right, and that's coming up pretty soon. We have some great stuff for our viewers. But that was the first time people had ever been allowed on set. Really.
It was definitely an interesting experience. We've never had photographers and like camera crew and media on set before, and it was really interesting to walk down the high school hallway and like see photographers.
There's a lot of people there.
It was a great party.
And of course, you guys have a huge fan base. The show, you know, now you guys are shooting your 5th season, and sometimes shows start to dwindle, but I feel like your fan base just gets bigger and bigger all the time.
Well, I think ABC Family has a really great lineup right now with Pretty Little Liars, Secret Life of the American Teenager, Make It or Break It. I feel like it's really coming into its own with its viewership. So I think Secret Life is a favorite of a lot of viewers. So hopefully there'll be a lot more Secret Life.
Well, you guys were really trailblazers on the network.
We were. We are their first show to make it to 100 episodes. Their first, independent television show, and it's awesome. Actually, a show that I was on a while ago too, Still Standing, actually airs on ABC Family too, which is crazy.
Oh, cool.
So every once in a while I flip it
time.
on and I see myself when I'm like 12. Which 12 was like never really a good look for anyone, I don't feel like.
No, not
Especially
for me at least.
I had like this kind of like crazy red fro going on still. Not as bad as when I was younger. I really had like the red Ronald McDonald fro. It was not a good look.
Well, whatever you're doing now is working.
Thank you.
I'm
blonde for the moment, and I will be blonde for season 5 of Secret Life.
Yeah, so is that sort of written into the plot? We were actually chatting about your hair before you got here.
Actually, it was written in. I went blonde over hiatus, and then I had some other projects that came up, namely a movie that I just finished shooting called The Midnight Game.
Very exciting.
When I booked it, I was blonde, and then we were coming back to the show, and I had intended on going back to red for Secret Life, but they wrote it in, so I'll be blonde for a little while. I have to finish out the season at least. I don't know if I'll be blonde in season 6.
Who knows? So catch us up with your character. Obviously, she's never been a stranger to drama, sometimes intentional. Actually, I feel like she's always doing it on accident. You know, she's a sweet girl at heart, but she just does a lot of silly things.
I think Madison is really misguided. I think at her heart, she's a good person. I just think she really validates herself with other people.
True.
And when she can get attention or she can get affection, she goes for it. And she compromises her friendships and herself a lot of the time.
But she's kind of gotten back in track, at least in the last episode.
Yes.
You know, she's got her girlfriends back. She's kind of on, changing her ways with the guys. Maybe? What do you think?
I think that Madison is making her best effort to get back the things that are truly important to her. And I think that, of course, would be Lauren and Amy. I think those have been her best friends for forever, and she can't imagine her life without them. So I think she's very grateful, and I think she's trying to make some changes.
And there are a lot of changes going on in the show. You know, some people have graduated, moving on to college. Others are staying in high school, summer school. What are we going to see pan out throughout the rest of season 4? Although I know you're already shooting season 5, so it's kind of crazy.
I can't say, and that's the thing that's
so
hard for me to remember, especially if I've missed an episode or something, what's aired and what hasn't aired, because in my mind I know where the story goes. So I have to really keep my mouth shut because I'm afraid I'm going to say something bad.
Well, we do know that a 4th of July wedding date has been set.
Yes.
I mean, I know you can't say whether or not this is actually going to happen, but what would you like to see? Would you like to see like a red, white, and blue themed wedding, fireworks going off after the ceremony?
I think that Amy's character isn't, the big bouffant, wants a crazy wedding. I think it's all about her being in love with Ricky and her wanting something that's really special and genuine.
And what would you like to see come down the pipeline for your character during this, final high school year and
senior year? What do I want to happen to Madison? Well, what hasn't already happened to Madison?
That's a really good question.
But I think it would be fun to see her kind of take a direction in her life, whether it's a career or something she gets excited about, or just excelling in school. I think that Lauren has always set a really great example for her. in being kind of the academic, very put together person. So maybe Madison can get a little bit more put together this year too.
Now, something else that I really love about your cast is that we've had the chance to pretty much interview everybody on the cast, which is a huge cast. And, you know, as we were hanging out for the 100th episode, watching you guys with the big cake, everyone broke out into song. It's like you guys just love each other. It's like this organic choir happening or something.
It's a really wonderful set. First of all, I get to work with my best friend every day. Some of the people who are watching this may follow me, and I write on the Huffington Post, and I recently wrote an article about Camille and I, and if you read it, you find out that we've actually been friends since we were 12. So playing best friends on a show happened purely coincidentally and couldn't have been more wonderful. So I get to go to work with my best friend every day.
Talk about a cool job.
Absolutely.
That's so neat. And you actually referenced this already, but you just wrapped a movie.
Yes.
Which is so exciting. It's a lot different than The Secret Life.
Yes.
Break down the whole entire plot and how you fit in.
The plot. It's a bunch of high school kids. I'm kind of the rich girl. I have a mother who works for Deloitte and has a really nice house and a really nice job, and she goes out of town for the weekend. And I decide to have some girlfriends over. I don't know that they're going to invite guys. It ends up being a little group of us, and we decide to do this pagan ritual.
Oh, gosh.
And, of course, it's kind of like one of those Bloody Mary things where, you know, you're in the bathroom and you're spinning around and you're scared and you don't know if something's going to happen. And, of course, nothing does happen when you play Bloody Mary, but in this movie, they actually do set some stuff awry.
Oh,
and
no.
They end up having to try to clean up the pieces and try to make it work, and it's really good. It's very scary. It's not necessarily like, it's more of a paranormal activity than
oh my gosh,
than a Texas Chainsaw
So basically,
Massacre.
we're
It's
never
not,
sleeping again after we watch the
totally,
movie.
it's super scary. And shooting was scary. We shot in this house that was built in the 1800s, and this huge white mansion with all of these bedrooms, and it was so spooky. And the girl who lives there, that owns the house, or her parents own it, she lives there by herself. I don't know how she does it. I would never be able to sleep.
Or is she alone is the question.
Ooh.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, congrats on that role.
Thank
That's
you.
really exciting, and we're going to be able to see it sometime in 2013, hopefully.
Yes. I actually, just on my BuzzNet page a couple days ago, I posted the teaser movie poster that they just
I did
released.
see that.
So
Very
you can check that
exciting.
out.
I'm glad that you brought up your BuzzFeed site because you're writing all over the place. You said you're writing for the Huffington Post.
Yes.
Catch us up on why exactly did you want to do that? Because a lot of people, don't find the time to do these additional things, but you really seem to work it out.
Well, I love to write, for starters. I had a fantastic English professor a little while ago that I was so inspired by, and she just really gave me the will and the drive to try to do something, with my work, because I really enjoy writing, and most of the time I just, type it into a little word processor document, save it, and never see it again.
Right.
In the depths of my laptop. But I decided I wanted to maybe do something, and I submitted some stuff to the Huffington Post. We submitted some stuff to Stylecaster, which is great. I'm blogging for them too as well, which is more of my fashion sort of stuff. I'm writing for the Huffington Post, and of course BuzzNet. BuzzNet is more like my homepage. Like if someone's looking for like the Renee Olstead website, it's renee.buzznet.com. That is where I post everything I'm thinking about, what I'm listening to, song of the day, like what I'm wearing, do it yourself, everything. So.
Gosh, well, I hope you have some time to just hang out and have fun this summer.
I've had a decent amount of time. I've had a few days off. I got back from Connecticut recently, and just being home with my boyfriend and the puppies, and it's been wonderful. I've been cooking every night, which has been great.
My!
I'm vegan, so
you have lots of good vegan fare that you're making.
I'm exploring. I got this this cookbook called Veganomicon, so I've been cooking my way through that.
Oh my gosh, it's like veganism meets Comic-Con or something? Wow.
I'm not quite sure. Everything I've made so far has been pretty good, though, so I'm excited.
Well, anytime you want us to sample some of your dishes, stop by.
I would love to. Maybe we can do like a little cooking segment.
I would love that. I definitely could use some help. Well, it's always so good to see you, Renee.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. Congratulations. And you guys heard all the info on all of Renee's many endeavors and her website, but we will have the link below. Make sure to stick with us right here at Clever TV for all the latest on everything this talented lady is up to. I'm Joslyn Davis with Renee Olstead. We'll see you later.